Hey guys, I didn't know what to make the video about today, but then I remember I got a comment from yesterday's video, and I was like, you know what? I think that's like, I don't know, I just think the explanation gives me enough to make a video. Because sometimes I reply, well, sometimes one time I replied with a shorts video, but I'm gonna reply with an actual video. Anyway, so this person was asking me about lazy content and also personality, and by that I mean burping in my videos because I've burped in my videos before. Anyway, so this person asked me because I said in yesterday's video that I make lazy content. I think I've said it many times before, but anyway, this person asked me if like I was lazy or if I considered myself lazy or something like that, and I don't consider myself lazy. Like on this channel, and I have another channel that is essentially the same as this one but in Spanish. I don't consider myself lazy because I post videos every day. Like that's the idea, to post videos every day, just as often as I can. And sometimes I haven't been able to post videos because I had exams or because I had this or that. Okay. But the idea is to post videos every day. And I've been posting videos every day, for the past, week and a half or something. Again, because I was sick and I couldn't talk. And anyway. So the thing is, I don't consider myself lazy because I try to put out content as much as I can. And I also make TikToks every day and all that. I don't consider myself lazy when it comes to that. But I think the content is lazy because I grew up with very fast-paced edited videos, editing and videos. And also my videos used to be really edited, not on this channel, but when I had another channel when I was in undergrad, and I would edit a lot. Like I used to edit for a week. I would spend hours and hours and hours for a week, and then I would post one video every week. That was the idea. But I was in college and I had exams and all that. But anyway, that was the idea. One video a week, spending days editing it. And now I don't spend time editing at all. I try to avoid it because I was like, if I can make a video that is good and I can do the least editing possible, not that I don't like editing, not that I don't like, videos that are edited, but I'm trying to do the most with the least I have. You know what I mean? Like I don't have a lot of time because I have to do other things, you know? So I was like, what is the best content that I can make without, editing? And I like talking. I like talking about things. I like talking about my opinions, sharing my experiences, whatever. Like if I can give advice from, what I've lived and from what I think or whatever, like that's great. I like what I do. And it also doesn't require that I edit. I discovered because Kira Lotan is another YouTuber. I discovered her channel and I realized that she wasn't doing any editing at all. Like she just takes a topic, talks about it, doesn't edit at all, and boom, post. And she was making videos every single day. And I was like, how about I do that? I was trying to do the most with the least. I don't think I'm lazy because I try to post as much as I can, but it's lazy compared to what I used to do, you know? Again, not that I don't like editing. I don't know if I said it because I started this video another time, but I didn't like the way that it turned out. So not that I don't like editing or anything, but I just, I try to do the least of it because it takes a long time, you know? And it's also, this plays in my favor. I think it's still a trend that, people are not editing so much. Like I've seen videos like just pulling up their phones and whatever and just filming. And I'm literally just filming with my phone. I know the image is not great or whatever because like the light is kind of, the sun is probably going to set in like 2 hours or whatever. And it's, almost going to rain. You know what I mean? Like the lighting is not too good. It's with my phone. I have a DSLR camera, but I don't use it. Like I'm trying to spend you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to do it with things that are more practical to use. I mean, it's more practical to just use my phone and, you know what I mean? And then upload it to YouTube and that's it. You know what I mean? It's way more practical than than a DSLR camera. I have to drink. Than a DSLR camera. And that's why I'm doing it that way. Obviously, it looks nicer with a DSLR camera. Obviously, it's nicer with like cuts and editing, like zoom ins and zoom outs and all that. I love that. It adds so much to the humor. But I'm doing it because of that. Because I want to do the most with the least. I don't know if it's a good strategy. I don't know if it's a bad strategy. I guess time will say that. And another thing that this person commented was about burps. I burped at the beginning of the video, and I think it was the video in Spanish, so not in the video in English. And I kept it in, like I literally burped within like the first 2 seconds of the video, and I kept it in. I was like, you know what? Should I start recording again? Okay, no, I'm just gonna continue or whatever. I did it because this person was like, I mean, you could have just like stopped and then started again. I mean, this video, for instance, I started it probably 5 times. You know what I mean? Like, it's easy within the first few seconds. So the reason why I kept it was because, I mean, I was like, well, it doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you need like a little hook. You know, I'm not saying that it's gonna hook people because I burped or whatever. It wasn't even like a crazy burp, like rah, you know what I mean? Like it was just or something like that. And but I was like, you know what? I burped, so like it was natural. I was like, oh my god, I didn't expect to burp because I don't know how to burp on command. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave that in. You know, just a little blooper at the beginning because I don't edit these videos, so I want to give them a little bit of naturality. Like I want them to be more genuine, as if we were talking, as if we were having a normal conversation, as if this was like, you know, a video chat or whatever. You know, like I want them to feel genuine and feel real. Like this is me. I'm in my bedroom right now. I'm holding my phone. Do you know what I mean? I just, you know, I'm not editing or anything. This is not like super prepared. Like this is me, and I'm telling you this. You know. So I wanted to. I decided in that moment that I should keep that in. You know, that's it. And about, because I said that I always burp in my videos. I don't always burp in my videos. Not here. Maybe a few times you've been able to hear me burp a little bit, but it was an unintended. I was saying that I always burp in my content. I didn't express myself well. I had a podcast a few years ago. I don't express myself well. A few years ago, where the theme was basically burps. Because, you know, I talk about pretty much anything, right? And so I was like, what should be the theme of my podcast? And I was like, you know what? I used to burp out loud at home and stuff because, you know what I mean? Like, who cares? Like, it's just my parents and you know? I just burp out loud. I don't care, you know? And so I was like, maybe burping it out. And it's called burping it out. And I was like, I just burp it out, you know? And I recorded myself a few times to see which burp was better and stuff. And I added it to the intro and outro and stuff. And that was essentially the theme. And I wanted to, because it was like the theme, I wanted to burp. I think I would drink Coca-Cola or something like that to like burp every now and then in the video. And then I wouldn't really burp. So I made myself burp at the end of the video, like on purpose. Because if I don't drink a fizzy drink or a soda or whatever, I just can't burp. Like I don't expect to, like I don't know when I'm gonna burp, you know? Because I can't burp on command. I can't do it. And I'm not gonna swallow air on purpose. Like you're not gonna die, but I don't wanna do that. I don't know. I wouldn't wanna do that. So essentially that was that. I want to be natural in my videos. Like sometimes I'm like, fuck, like I fucked up when I said this and when I said that, but I always try to like, you know, make a joke out of it or you know what I mean? Like it's genuine. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I messed up or whatever. Okay, I just go on. Because these things happen in real life. They happen in a real conversation. I stumble upon my words all the time when I'm having a conversation with somebody, especially somebody that I don't know really well. I don't know, I guess I get a little bit nervous. So these things happen to me. So I don't know. I like the fact that it's really natural because you can really see the person like, hey, this is me and this is what I'm saying, and it's literally what I'm saying. Like it's not really produced. I'm not actively trying to sell to you. But I am actively trying to sell to you because I make videos every day. But yeah, that was the explanation. That was the answer to the comment. Now that I think about it, I have to actually respond to the comment. But yeah, thank you so much for giving me the idea for this video. I don't know, I really like talking about content. Like making content talking about content is like kind of weird. But yeah, thanks for the idea, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.